Now, dear students, in this second video, we are going to discuss about another microorganism that is called as bacteria. The study of bacteria is called as bacteriology. Now, bacteria are the simplest of all organisms and are believed to be the first living beings to have appeared on earth. Means first unicellular. They are unicellular, but they sometimes cling together to form colonies. Means they are colonial or they are unicellular. They can live a solitary life. Now, the smallest microorganism is also bacteria. The name is Mycoplasma or PPLO, pleuropneumonia like organism. Now, let us come to the topic shape and structure of bacteria. Now, bacteria can have four different shapes and are named according to their shape. The first one is rod-shaped bacteria, which are called as bacillus. Singular is bacillus, or we can say bacilli. For example, Bacillus anthracis, which causes anthrax. Spherical bacteria are called as cocci. Singular is coccus. For example, Diplococcus pneumoniae or Streptococcus pneumoniae, which causes pneumonia in human beings. Then there are spiral bacteria called Spirilla, and singular form is Spirillum. And the next one is comma shaped, which are called as Vibrios. So we can name the bacteria according to the shape. Whatever the shape, most bacteria have a rigid cell wall. Now, dear students, cell wall, you all know, is present in the plant cell. It is also present in fungi and bacteria. The cell wall of bacteria is made up of peptidoglycan and muramic acid. Please make a note of this. Whereas the cell wall of fungi is made up of complex sugar called chitin, and the cell wall of plant cell is made up of cellulose. The nuclear material which is enclosed inside the nucleus in our cells lies naked to the cytoplasm of bacteria. It means in case of bacteria, there is no nuclear membrane. So we cannot call the nucleus. We say the nucleoid of bacteria, means it is actually not a true nucleus and it is devoid of the nuclear membrane. So we can say it is a nucleoid. Now, how bacteria move? Here in this diagram you can see several hair-like appendages are there, which are called as cilia. So if cilia are present, then they are numerous in number. And the second way of locomotion, it might have flagella. These flagella are somewhat longer and they are present either 1, 2 or 3 maximum. Now nutrition, come to nutrition of bacteria. Some bacteria are photosynthetic. Photosynthetic means they prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, just like the plant cells. And most of the bacteria are, however, saprophytic or parasitic, means they feed on dead and decaying substances or they feed on other living host. Some bacteria are called as aerobic bacteria, which needs oxygen for their release of their energy, and some are called as anaerobic bacteria, which do not need any oxygen for the release of their energy. Now, what is the method of reproduction in bacteria? Generally, the bacteria reproduces by binary fission. Now, students, binary fission is a type of asexual reproduction in which firstly the nucleus divides and then the cytoplasm will divide. So, by the similar method, the bacterial cell gets divided into the two daughter bacteria, and this method is called as binary fission. Whereas under unfavorable conditions, some bacteria form spores or cysts, which are called as protective covering, and on the onset of the favorable conditions, these cysts either they get dissolved or the cysts get burst and bacteria develops into the daughter bacteria cells. Now come to the uses of bacteria. The very first and the common most use is curdling of milk, that is making of curd from milk. Now you all are aware that the lactobacillus bacteria is responsible for curdling of milk. Now what It do. Lactobacillus bacteria, it converts the lactose sugar of the milk into lactic acid. So, as all the sugar of the milk get converted into the lactic acid, then the curdling will be completed. Side by side, bacteria are also used to make alcohol, vinegar, yogurt, cheese from milk, and they are also used in the bakery industry and in the wine making process, as they perform the process of fermentation, means anaerobic respiration. Now, second use is antibiotics, which are commonly made with the help of bacteria and are also used against bacterial infections. Now, most common antibiotics are erythromycin, tetracycline. You all are aware of it. Now, the next use is tanning. Tanning means a type of cleaning of leather. It is to be done in the leather industries where shoes are made, or leather purses or leather belts are made. Now, next is bacteria living in our intestine help in the absorption of food and protect us from some diseases. And students, this is called as intestinal flora, means the bacteria, the group of bacteria which are commonly found in our intestine, they help in the digestion and absorption of the food that we have eaten. Now, next use is bacteria are the most common nature's decomposers, means they convert the complex bodies of dead animals and plants into the simpler nutrients so that they can be reabsorbed again by different types of plants. And the last use is bacteria are commonly used in the fixation of nitrogen in leguminous plants. Leguminous plants means the plants which gives us protein, which gives us pulses like gram, pea. So there is a group of bacteria which is called as nitrogen fixing bacteria, which are found in the root nodules of the leguminous plants. Now, these are the uses of the bacteria. Now, let us come to the harmful bacteria. As we all are aware that bacteria causes most of the diseases. For example, pneumonia is caused by bacteria, or anthrax is caused by bacteria, typhoid, tetanus, tuberculosis, leprosy, whooping cough. They are the common diseases. So we can say the bacteria are responsible to cause several types of acute and chronic diseases. Now, acute diseases which can be cured in short period of time, and chronic diseases which can be cured in a long period of time. Now, if bacteria are used to process food, they are also responsible for spoiling food. Milk turns sour and butter turns rancid due to the action of bacteria. It means most of the groups of bacteria, they are also responsible for the spoilage of the food. Okay, so here we are going to finish this topic. Also, in the next video we will discuss about fungi. Thank you, students.